Okay, so I'm out here this evening. The sun's going down, much cooler outside. It's getting dark, so I'm gonna try to hurry up. I'm going to go ahead and harvest our Kakai pumpkins. They're ready, I believe. I found one the other day that was actually rotted. It was on the vine too long, and I threw that one out. But these are ready to harvest. So let's check out and see what we got in the garden here. So as you can see, the vines are pretty much diseased. Got all kind of disease and bugs and whatnot on them. Coming closer. Plant's pretty much dying out. But if we look, we do have some Kakai pumpkins. Come over here. I also have another, got a much larger one here. So I'm gonna go ahead and harvest these pumpkins, and let's see what else, how many we get out of here. There's a few that are still growing on the vine. They're not ready yet, but I think the plant's just about dead. And I want to, I'm thinking about planting some more for a second fall growing season of Kakai pumpkins. As you can see here, we still have some Kakai pumpkins on the vine growing. So I'm gonna leave these out here. The vine looks like it's dying, but there are a few out here growing, quite small still. Here's another one over here. It's getting kind of dark, but when they're young, they're all green, looking like this, and obviously not ready. But what we're looking for as the color goes is something like this here, an orange and with maybe a green stripe, something like that. So here's what we've got out of our garden. Not very many, but pretty good for the first time growing them. We had to replant these. We had to freeze the first go around. They all died. Replanted them. I didn't have as many seeds the second go around, so that's what we have out of our garden for the Kakai pumpkins. Okay, so here we have our Hulless Kakai pumpkins that we've harvested. Now let's cut them open and scoop out the seeds. Let's see what's inside. Just cut it open. We'll just cut it in half here. Check it out. So I'll be scooping all the seeds out of our pumpkins, and I'll be right back with you. So here's the inside of the Kakai pumpkin. As you can see, I'm gonna come in here and we're gonna pull these seeds out. Here's some that we've already pulled out of the pumpkins. So I'll keep on cleaning these out, making sure to get all the seeds out of there. Okay, so I got all the seeds pulled out of the Kakai pumpkins. What I'm gonna do is wash them in the sink here, and then I'm gonna dry them. But one thing I do not have is a dehydrator. But what I'm gonna do here is dry it in the oven we have. I got a Genair oven here, and on the settings it has convection. This has a fan in our oven. This is a convection oven. we push this convect button and we have different options on here. If we look closely, we have one that says drying. So we're going to select drying. It gives me options for different temperatures, but I can enter my own temperature here. And the lowest it will go is 100 degrees. So I'm going to set it for 100. And we're going to dry the Kakai pumpkin seeds in our oven. I'll put the model number down below the screen here so you can see what model this is. I'm not sure if they sell it anymore, but that's the way we're going to go about drying our Kakai pumpkin seeds since I do not have a dehydrator. Alright, so I got all the pumpkin seeds washed. I got most of the membrane removed from all the seeds here. There's a little bit in there, but it'll once they get dried out, they'll be easy to separate from. So I'm just going to put them on this sheet here. They have a special drying rack I can order for our oven that's perforated on both ends, but I'm going to do this for today, and we're going to stick these in the oven. One thing I want to show you about on our oven, it is on drying here, 100 degrees. I got it set nice and low and slow. But what it has here is this little knob that keeps the door cracked so that the moisture can escape from the oven as it's drying. So we're gonna put these in the oven here. I'm not sure how long it will take to dry. I've never done this before, but so there they are. Kakai pumpkin seeds are now drying in the oven. Okay, so while their pumpkin seeds are drying in our oven on the drying setting, I did a little bit of research on Kakai pumpkins, and what I found out actually is what it looks like is they were developed by Johnny Selected Seeds seed company here in the United States. Some information might have been misleading. Some said it was invented in Japan, which looks like that was not correct. So this is a variation of Styrian pumpkins that are in Austria. The Austrians use these pumpkins that are hulless seeds, make a pumpkin oil. So they harvest these seeds and roast them and press them and make a pumpkin oil, which I did some research online. I'm going to order some and try out and see how it is. Sounds very, very good. So these are grown over in Austria and other countries for the oil, also known as pumpkin oil in some places. So here's a little background information. I have a book that I looked up these hulless pumpkins, and there actually are several different varieties of hulless pumpkins. So do a little bit of research and maybe try to find some of these seeds, and maybe I'll try to grow some too this next year. But the Kakai pumpkin variety is looks to be developed here in the United States, a cross between two varieties of a hulless pumpkin. But there's also some many more other varieties. So very interesting. So let's go back to the oven and let's check on the seeds and see how they look. Alright, so I got the Kakai pumpkin seeds all dried out, as you can see here. All dry, ready to, what we can do with these is we can store them and we can eat them just like this. We can also plant these now, plant them back in the ground and grow more pumpkins. Or what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to roast them, toss them with a little bit of olive oil, some maybe sea salt or something, and we'll have us a nice snack of pumpkin seeds. So there you have it. After a little bit of time slowly drying them out, we have homegrown Hulless pumpkin seeds. As you can see here, they're not like the regular pumpkin seeds that have that white outer shell. These are much different. So there it is. Harvested the Kakai pumpkin seeds from our vegetable garden.